Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you inventory stock related issues which everyone faces challenges. Let me show you where the challenges and how you're going to manage it and how can you solve it for all the users and your own too. Get into a responsibility of inventory any or then go for the any on hand check quantity, paste the item and find it. Let's check the on hand quantity balance. Look, this one is pieces, primary and 49 on hand quantity. Let me show you the report output. This is the output of the report. This is the time criteria from 1 October to 12 October 2023, and this is the output of the report. How we gonna what is the group criteria of the reports? Let me explain you and then I will go for the deep down. This is actually based on major category and inventory org wise. Whenever the major category will be different, then it will split the data, and for any major category there will be all the item will be displayed below as per unique item wise. What will be the report output? There will be a opening quantity and there will be a on hand quantity during the time period of the report criteria or the parameter wise. And for the details, this item will show the whatever they have transaction and what is the primary and receipt quantity and issue quantity. There will be sub inventory wise report and their segregation will be also with major, sub and minor category. So the item we have searched for, this one, look, this one have the open quantity for 50 quantity and during the time period it have issue to consumption for 1 quantity. That's why the issue consumption, after issue to consumption there is a 49 balance. We can also check multiple transaction type wise in a data. Look, this one is have a chemical, major category is chemical and it's have kgm, primary and this is the opening quantity and this is the on hand or balance quantity. During the time period it have two type of issues, WIP issues and WIP return. This one is WIP issue and this one is WIP return. WIP return means after production use, when you are using it in batch, is there any WIP return? There will be in it. It would be send it back to your inventory account. It's mean you are receiving in your account, and after that you will have the total quantity of the how many time of how many quantity of you have received and issued between the time period and opening quantity and balance. Also the sub inventory wise, sometimes there is lots of items which have different sub inventory wise, and the store people want to know that which sub inventory or which locations have the quantity of the issues or receipt. This is the output of the. And let me show you another thing, that every major category have is a summary of opening quantity, total quantity of opening and receiving and issue and on hand quantity. Look, whenever the major category change, the summary of the opening, receive, issue and on hand quantity also different, and between the chemical category there is all the item below in here and showing the transaction type wise quantity or issue, receipt and opening and on hand quantity or balance quantity and here. Okay, Let me show you other which have multiple. Look, this one have the multiple transactions types. Let me show you the quantity of the issues. On hand quantity, let me, it's have a metric ton primary UM. Let's check it. Look, on hand quantity 12.26475, 12.264. we have only considered 3 digit after percent 3 digit, that's why look 2647, that's why 265. I hope you got the idea. Let's dig down about the queries and how I have managed and create the report, and what is the parameter of the report of output. Let me show you another thing. This is the report, and I have run with this criteria. This is the mandatory of the any org, you have to mention it, and the time criteria also. You can have, you can check the item or major category wise, you can filter the report. Any major category you want to filter, or any sub inventory wise also you can manage it. Before dig down, let me show you about the item category information. In our company, we have managed our items in 3 category type wise: major category, major sub, and minor sub. This is our main criteria to manage or segregate our items. That's why we are managing our items, and we also for any for report we are managing this criteria for our report output. This is the query. Let me show you the how I have created this one, which one is the major part and which one is the how you're gonna manage it. Look, this is the query. I am using the main major table of Oracle inventory management, MTL material transactions. This is one of the table. Whatever you have transacted in your org or any kind of organizations or legal entity, there would be a entry in here. Without touching this table, there will be no keeping data in Oracle inventory. So this is the main table where we will manage to our where we will manage to get our report output. And this is the transaction types table for our organization, or also one of the default table in Oracle. And this is our one of the custom views for items to manage our criteria. You can create it. I am using it for the major sub and minor sub, and to get the category of the items, nothing else. You can create it for your own organization, or please make it any of the or create any view for your own to get the major categories or the whatever the you segregated your items in your organization. And pitch.org hierarchy, this one also is a custom table where we are using keep our org data. You can keep to get this org information. Look, this is the org information customly we are keeping in our custom table. Also the inventory org name we are using this table for to get the name of the org, so that user can easily understand that. Also the complex which I have in another criteria to keep our items in the organizations. And this item master view, we are picking up the major category, major sub, and minor, also the sub inventory too. Okay, let's see. So these two are the default table in Oracle, and these two are custom table or views as per your criteria. You can create it and you can manage it. The joining you should have like this to get the data. Look, MMT, this is the main table which we are using for joining the other table. This one is the MTT, means to get the transaction types. This one is for to get the organization names elaborately, and this one is for the item category or other related. Look, major sub and minor category, and also item category set name inventory wise. Okay, and this one is for inventory org wise jointly, and for the complex name which we are using customly to recognize our legal entity. I hope. And this is another thing is we are eliminating this transaction type in this report, so that this is the one of the type. Let me show you. We have to ignore this COGS recognition transaction type, so that we can get our opening and balance quantity accurately. This is one of the transaction type in Oracle inventory where receiving issue is not maintained accurately. That's why it will be better to ignore this transaction type, and you can have the actual result and actual quantity of the opening and balance and issue and receive transaction quantity properly. Let me show you now how I am calculating the opening quantity. Look, this is the query, and opening quantity, sum primary quantity, and table is MTL material transaction terms. Look at the aliases, where this one is the same table also, but for the primary query we are using MMT as alias, and while we are trying to getting a opening quantity of the item between the subquery, we are using the same table alias as a X. That's why it will differentiate as a separate table or data where we can calculate the opening quantity easily. This is one of the technique I have applied after analyzing lots of time. Look, primary quantity from the material transactions, and where condition is or joining I am using it. Look, this one is XX with MMT item ID. Look, item ID and item ID, and then I have organization ID or inventory org ID MMT organization ID, and transaction date. Because this one is opening, we have to calculate it the date criteria we have, which we have using it from date. It means you have to get the data of the sum quantity before the from date, and X transaction type, which I have already informed you that this transaction type we have to eliminate, so that it will automatically create or a opening quantity, so that it will automatically get the sum of primary quantity of the item which we are fetching in this main query, and it will calculate it opening quantity. Look, and if there is any no data, then we are managing NVL with the 0 like this one. Okay, let's go for the receiving. Receiving is same, you have to create go for the primary, but where clause will be different. Look, receiving quantity means between the time period which you have mentioned, we have mentioned in our report or parameter. Look, this one is from date and this one is to date. Okay, now the same item ID wise item ID will be clause, and organization you have to also joining it. Then transaction type wise we have to get the data, because our main requirement is between that time period whatever the transaction there should be in listed, and receiving an issue also informed too. So in where clause, look, in opening we do not use for any kind of transaction type wise, because there should be a opening only a quantity, no need for the any transaction type. But while you are receiving or issue any item quantity or data, there should be a transaction type. And another thing, the inventory type wise, in sub inventory code wise, where actually this is the location where we are keeping our items, and the date criteria between from date and to date. And major key factor is in MTL transaction, whenever you are receiving the data or quantity information of the item is greater than 0, and we are always eliminating this item type, and this will be the receiving quantity, and we are also managing the NVL. Okay, same wise this one is like issue, like receiving. All the criteria will be same like receiving, but whenever you are issuing any item quantity, the MTL material transaction tables treats it as a minus quantity. It means less than 0 between the time period, whatever the quantity you are getting, it will be issues. Okay, now balancing to balance, or we are getting, how you gonna get it, balance quantity or on hand quantity. Look, the main is how you gonna get it, opening, look, opening plus receiving minus issue equal to balance or on hand quantity. Let me look, for any kind of item we have calculating the opening quantity, then we are also having the receiving quantity, then opening and receiving plus minus issue quantity will be balance or on hand quantity. The same logic we are applying in here. Look, this one is for opening. The same query, whatever you are writing in here, just copy it, then put it in here, then go for the plus and go for the receiving, then separate it. Look, then close the bracket between this one, then go for the minus, and because we want to manage the issue, there will be a ABS for the minus to eliminating it. The same above issue query you can use it in here, so that it will calculate properly after opening and receiving and minus issue. It will give you the balance quantity. Okay, look, then close the bracket after giving the comma and make it clear like this one, and you will get the query. Okay, and whatever you want to create the parameter as per your user requirement, you can have it like in here. Look, my users want to have this kind of look, I have created dependent value set so that the user can create or segregate the report data as per their requirement, because sometimes they want all the major category information and sometimes they only want to a single major category information. Even they want to have a item wise information, they can also have it. It will depend you as per your user category or user requirement. Let me run the query and show you how this one gonna fetch the data. Look, from 1 October to 23, then 12 October. Let me keep it null. Org ID will be 402. Null, everything is null, and let's run the query. Look how fast it is. Within 1 millisecond, not even 1 second, just 1 second, it fetched the 12 days of opening, receive issue and balancing quantity, just like a one click. Look, it will show the multiple data, and it will be, because the transaction type is different, and it can be managed in report level. How I have created this in RDF or RTF level, let me also explain to you. Before do that, let me run another thing. Let's go for this one, or multiple transaction types, this one. Okay, this item we have also created. Check, remove the category, let's run it. Look, this one is the item ID. Let me copy it, and between that time, look, there should be item ID in last. Okay, let's see the 4 row. Look, because of the 4 transaction type, it will automatically segregate the data in 4 row, and sub inventory also in 2 So how we are using how we are managing this type of data and in our RDF or RTF, let me also show you. Look, let me show you the output of the report so that it will be understandable. Look, the fourth type of transactions, MTN and balance quantity, on hand quantity and opening quantity, and these are the issue and receipts, and these are the sub inventory, and these are the category of the, this one is finished item, finished goods, and these are the sub major category and minor category. Let me show you the report output or the RDF. This is the report RDF. Let me show you. Look, I have created above query, data source in the SQL and data. These are the query, the same query. Look, the same query. Okay, then I have created this group complex wise. Whenever the complex is different, then the report group will be different. Inventory org name or organization, the same thing. All are the same thing for the inventory code and org name and organization ID. Whenever the inventory org is different, it will be group will be different and the measure. Look, after that all the information are in same level, the fields, all the data. I have also I do not remove all the summation, which is automatically calculated in here. The receiving quantity and issue quantity and opening quantity and balance quantity, these are the total I have calculated in here, sum, and after that the by default will be template and no template, the labels will be default. Then I have created finish. Okay, okay, I have already I have already created XML output. Just let me show you how to load the data and check the report output. This one is already created format. This is the format which I have created. Look, the same output or the same format. Okay, so how you gonna create it? The main thing is you have to virtually think of what you want to do and what you are trying to manage, and what will be the parameter and what will be the report output. Between that, if you create accurately the RDF file with the criteria or parameter wise grouping, then it will help you a lot to get the data accurately. Okay, look, every inventory item ID wise it will also get separated, and the item details will be in same group. Okay, let me show you one thing or one of the good technique. Let me copy it. Let me open it. It is also a good technique, or you can also uh, this is also one of the hard part to how to manage you gonna all the data in your RTA format. But let me show you the easiest way. I have deleted all the format. Look, this one is the copy, and let me load the data. And when I will insert, look, if you accurately think all the data or the parameter or the report output and mapping it accurately, then it will help you a lot to get the RTF design as a single click. Look, if you use, you can use lots of way, but this is the easiest way when all the things are in order or accurately. I'm how I'm gonna do it. Let's see, let's show you, then it will be more understandable. Look, without changing any form or field, let me show you the output. It will automatically pop up. Okay, look, this is the output. It's look like now, but when you will manage it or get the design accurately, then you will get the data easily. Look, this is something we do not need. This one is already in above, we do not need it. Let's delete it. Inventory org, inventory name, organization, and we do not need it. Sorry for double click. Let me delete it. Just giving you the idea. Design, no space, org name, org code, and look, org name. This one is major category, major category. Inventory item, we do not want it. These are the opening quantity, opening, balance, or on hand. Okay, let me create remove the bold, also italic, and then get it, receipt quantity, issue quantity. Okay, above that item category, let's delete all the, so that it could be more understandable. Okay, add-ins, You have to be a little analytical, or also you have to keep patience, the follow the instruction and see the output, and try your best to get the data as per your look. The opening quantity like this one, and on hand quantity is okay. Look, this one is also okay. 0 6. Just you have to make the design as per your requirement. Look, the same thing. Opening quantity 22 21. Look, 44 5. Let's check this one. On hand quantity, pieces 39. Oh, look, pieces 39 49, and 5 quantity is issue to consumption. Just design it, or right or left the column. Look, also you can make it color as per your user requirement or user information. Okay, I hope this will help you a lot. Before closing the this session, let me show you the calculation method of the opening or balance quantity. This one will help you because Oracle have on hand quantity for the current. If you want to go back to back in time or 1 month before, then it will be tough to get you the on hand quantity or opening or the transaction issues. Let me show you an example. If any audit or any store want to calculate on September from 1 to 30th, what was the opening of the September, or between September 15th, all the data of the this org, then they can also have it. With this report you can easily have not only current on hand quantity or balance, also previous month, previous year, previous month, previous year, previous day. You can have the quantity of issue, receive, and balance, and opening quantity too, so that you can easily tally. Look the time period, and that time it was opening quantity is 9, and on hand balance will be opening quantity will be 10, and on hand quantity will be 9, and between that time period is sub only issue 1. Okay, this one is also like this. Look, 50 50, and miscellaneous issue and miscellaneous issue. There is nothing else. An issue, it's easy for those who want to create. I hope this will help all of you a lot to get the any inventory on hand quantity, issue receives, and balance quantity or opening quantity easily, because without that because in Oracle this is one of the challenging, that you have no other report or no help to get the previous in quantity of the previous time period, because in Oracle this is one of the challenges you will face in inventory. to calculate opening, receive, issue and balance quantity for the previous month or previous time or previous date. Current month you will always get the data, but it will hard to get the previous or end of month data. I hope this will help you a lot. Let me show you another thing. Again, the simple calculation method. Look, opening, this is the way. Receiving, this is the way. The transaction type wise and inventory. Inventory store code wise or sub inventory code wise, whatever you say. Then time period, and receiving is always greater than 0, and issue is less than 0. And how you're gonna calculate the balance quantity? Opening plus receiving minus issue equal to balance quantity. The same criteria or the same query you can paste in here. Look, this one is the for opening, this one is for the receiving. Then close the bracket, plus opening and receiving minus issue, then close the whole bracket for the opening, receive and issue, give a name balance quantity, and that's it. And you can add the inventory org name or other name or any major name or item category name or item segregation names as per your org or information or as per your company policy. And also get the parameter whatever you want, and don't forget to use the group by, whichever you feel added in your query, and use the order by to get the data accurately. I hope this will help you a lot. If anyone have any query on video, comment in this video. I hope I will help you to get the solution. Thank you very much.